Okay, so solving rational equations. You want to multiply through by the common denominator. Now, in this particular case, the common denominator is 8. All right. So essentially what I like to tell kids is that you multiply each term by 8. And the reason why you're doing that is because that'll eliminate the denominator. So if you'll notice here, we have 8 and 8 cancel, so you're left with 3x. 8 divided by 2 is 4. And then that'll be plus 4, and 8 divided by 4 is 2, so that'll give you equals 2x, and then 8 times 2 is 16. Then you just solve this out. Move the 2x over, move the 4 over, so x equals 12. All right, let's check out number 2. Now notice the common denominator between 6, 2, and 3 is 6. So I'm going to multiply everything through by 6. So I put a 6 here in each term, and I end up with x plus 6 divided by 2 is 3. 3 times 3 is 9. 6 divided by 3 is 2. 2 times 2x is 4x minus 6. Then I'm just moving things around, subtracting x, adding 6. And I end up with 3x is equal to 15. So x is equal to 5. All right, let's check out number 3. Again, common denominator here. We're looking at the 3 and the 2, so I'm going to multiply everything through by 6. When I multiply everything through by 6, that'll eliminate the fraction. So I end up with 6 divided by 3 is 2. 2 times x, 2x plus 12 equals 6 divided by 2 is 3. 3 times x is 3x, and then 6 times 1. Now again, I'm just moving the 2x over and adding 6. And so I end up with x equals 18. All right, pretty simple. All right, number 4, again, looking 5, 2, 10, 5. So common denominator is 10. So I'm multiplying each term by 10. 10 divided by 5 is 2. 2 times 7x is 14x plus 25 equals x plus 2. Moving the x, subtracting the 25. I end up with 13x equals negative 23. So x equals negative 23 over 13. All right, pretty simple. All right, let's take a look here. Now we're introducing some variables in the common denominator. So 8, 2, and 6. That common denominator would be 24. And then don't forget there's an x also. So the common denominator is 24x. You'd have to put 24x there, 24x there, and 24x here. All right. Now 24x divided by 8x is 3. 3 times 5 is 15. 24x divided by 2 is 12x. 12x times negative 1 is negative 12x. Then 24x divided by 6x is 4. 4 times 7 is 28. So now move the 15. So negative 12x is equal to 13. So x is equal to negative 13 over 12. All right. Let's see what we can do now on number 7. Same principle, 4, 2, and 3. It looks like the common denominator is 12x. So we're going to put a 12x, 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 12x. All right, now we're going to divide 12x by 4x is 3. 3 times 3 is 9. 12x divided by 2 is 6x. So that would be minus 6x. 12x divided by 3x is 4. 4 times 2 is 8. And then 12x divided by, oh, I'm sorry, just 12x times 2 is negative 24x. Now, of course, we're moving the numbers. So I have adding 24x, minus 9. So I end up with 18x equals negative 1, or x equals negative 1 over 18. Okay. Number 7, multiplying through by 6y, 6y, 6y. All right. So 6y divided by 6 is just y. 6y divided by y is 6. 6y divided by 3 is 2y. All right, and then we just subtract y. So y equals 6. All right, let's take a look at number 8. Same kind of principle here, just multiplying each term by 3x, 3x, 3x. So end up with 3 plus 2x equals 6x, 3 equals 4x, x equals 3/4. All right. Now this one's a little bit different because it's going to create a quadratic. All right, so you're going to have to do some factoring. So the common denominator is x. So I'm going to multiply each term by x. And what you'll see is you'll end up with x squared minus 7x plus 14 equals 2x. Now you're going to move the 2x over. So you end up with x squared minus 9x plus 14 equals 0. Now we're going to factor. So we have x and x. Factors of 14, 2 and 7. We want it to be -9, so they both have to be negative. Set them equal to 0. X minus 2 equals 0. X minus 7 equals 0. So x is 2 or x equals 7. All right. Now for number 10, you're going to multiply through by 2x, 2x, and 2x. All right. And when you do that, the 2's cancel. So you end up with x squared. The x cancels, plus 24 equals 10x. So now again, another quadratic. So you move the 10x over. So it's going to be x squared minus 10x plus 24 equals 0. And then you're going to factor that now. X minus 6, x minus 4. And so x is equal to 6 or x is equal to 4. All right. Now we have a proportion, and we learned that in 6th grade. To solve a proportion, we just cross multiply. So I'm going to multiply 2 times x minus 7, and that's going to equal 3 times 4x plus 1. So I have 2x minus 14 equals 12x plus 3. I want to keep the variable positive, so I make 10x subtract 3, negative 17. So x is equal to negative 17 over 10. All right, number 12, again, we're just cross multiplying. So I'm multiplying these two together. So that's going to be 7x minus 35. And then I'm going to multiply these two together. So that's going to equal 6x plus 6. Move the 6x over, move the 35 over. Simple as that. X equals 41. All right. Now 13, you have to be real careful with because of this -1. So you're going to multiply -1 times that. You're going to multiply 4 times x plus 4. All right. So we have 4x plus 16 equals -x squared plus 5x plus 36. Now it's always easier to factor a quadratic when the x is positive. So I'm going to move everything over to the left side. All right, everything's going to the left. So if I move -x squared, that's going to be a positive x squared. And then 4x minus 5x is going to be -x. And then 16 minus 36 will be -20. Okay, now we have to factor. So again, this is going to factor into x. Factors of 20 that make 1 are 5 and 4. I want it to be negative. So I want the 5 to be negative, 4 to be positive. So now x equals 5 or x equals -4. Now, here's something that is a little bit more advanced. So you need to pay attention to this. All right, we haven't had to worry about it. But right now, x equals -4 is not going to be a solution. It's called an extraneous solution because if I plug -4 in up here into this x plus 4, it'll give me a 0. It'll be -1 over 0. And -1 over 0 is called undefined. All right. So x equals -4 technically is not a solution. It's called an extraneous solution. Okay. So it does not work because you're going to be dividing by 0. And if I plug in 5 into here, it will not be 0. Or if I plug 5 in here, it will not be 0. All right. So let's try one more. All right. So here we go. Cross multiplying again. So we're going to multiply x minus 2 times x minus 3 equals 18x plus 30. Now, multiplying this out, x squared, do our smiley face, negative 2x, negative 3x makes negative 5x, and then plus 6 equals 18x plus 30. Move the 18 and the 30 over to the left, so it's going to be x squared minus 23x minus 24 equals 0. And so now when we factor this, I end up with x minus 24 and x plus 1. So x is equal to 24 or x equals negative 1. All right. So now with that little bit of information, all right, if you plug negative 1 up in here, it's not going to be 0. So that's a good answer. If I plug 24 up there, it's also going to be a good answer. So both answers will satisfy that condition. All right, last one for today. Cross multiply again, x times x squared, sorry about that, x squared equals 2x plus 8. Move everything, x squared minus 2x minus 8 equals 0. So now x minus 4x plus 2. So x equals 4 or x equals negative 2. Now notice here that I'm always looking to see if they're extraneous. If I plug 4 in, it's okay. If I plug negative 2 in, it's okay. So both of those are considered solutions. All right, so that's the end for questions 1 through 15. Tomorrow we'll do 16 through 30. All right, have a great day.